what's up? I know it's been a while.
Yeah, destination is on your right.
What is up, beautiful people? I'm back. I know.
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto O. Henry Boulevard.
My GPS always ruins it. But what's up? I know it's been a while, and hopefully you missed me, because I did miss you guys. I did miss putting out videos. But I had to I had to make some money, right? I had to do some closings and things that you will see in this video. But I had to kind of get a grip on real estate in order to make more videos. It's great to make.
Take a slight right turn, then turn right onto Eastgate City Boulevard.
GPS won't ever let me be great. It is great to make videos for people that are inspirational and that are informative.
Turn right onto Eastgate City Boulevard.
And that are teaching people, how to do something that, that I'm doing, and helping to build generational wealth and learning a skill. All of that is wonderful. It's something that I'm really happy that I'm able to do. And I love the idea of taking people along with me as I learn and grow, so that we can learn and grow together. But however, I do understand that nobody wants to hear from a broke realtor. Nobody wants to hear me tell them, oh, I haven't sold a house yet, or I haven't made any money. And so I wanted to take a break, get my priorities together, do a couple of closings, do some other transactions, and come back with that firsthand knowledge, and not just how to become, but how to close, and just more knowledge of real estate in general. So I did that. I'm doing that. In this video, you'll see my very first closing, and the headache and the stress that is, and I'll just take you along. I did just finish a tour that I'm sure I'm going to insert in here, a new construction tour. So I'm definitely thinking about really branching off into new construction and seeing all that it has to offer. One thing I will tell you guys though is that real estate is vast. There are so many ways to make money as a real estate agent. So being new, one thing that I love is that I haven't cut myself off in one niche or the other. I've really just been learning and absorbing, and hey, I can make a little coin here, I can make a little coin there, as I'm learning and figuring out what I'm good at, what I'm interested in, and what can bring the most value to my clients, my community, and to those I look to help. So that's just a little gem I wanted to put in there. Right now I am going to pick up my kids from school, and then I need to reach out to lenders. I need a couple more lenders. I have a lender that I work with, but she has a crazy workload, and so I want to make sure that I have different lenders in different areas that can make sure that serving every client that I serve, or I hope to serve, or hope to touch. So that's my goal for directly after this video. The next clip is likely going to be just me touring the D.R. Horton new construction in Reedy Fort, if you're in the Greensboro area, or right outside of Greensboro, the Reedy Fort area for a client. But I think that's really great and useful information for anyone that's looking for a home, or interested in me, or what I do all day. Any of the above, I think you'll find that very interesting. And don't forget, although I love making these videos because I like to basically, this is kind of like a journal of what I do. I enjoy to do that. I enjoy teaching and sharing information, but I'm also a real estate agent that is actively always looking for sellers, buyers, and yes, even renters. So don't forget that if you want to get in contact with me, email me, call me, text me, leave me a comment. I'm always looking to fill up my calendar and figure out ways that I can help. I serve Greensboro, Fayetteville, Sanford, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. If it's within an hour, north, south, east, or west of North Carolina, I'm your girl. So be sure to hit me up if you have any of those needs, and enjoy this tour of new construction.
Yeah, talk to, or you can text me anytime.
Thank you.
More of an L shape or galley style kitchen. You've got
to the lawyers to drop off some paperwork, but first let's get some gas so we're not sitting on the side of the road, So this is the worst recording known to man, but the point of this little short clip is only just to give you the smallest insight into what this closing was like. Obviously, I didn't want to share any personal information, didn't feel comfortable recording the lawyer in his office or my client. So this is just to give you the smallest peek into what that day was like, but forgive me because it is a real horrible recording. Can you see?
Yeah, I think so. Forgot my glasses, so she asked me if I could see.
Both guys, we got that death certificate as an attachment to the deed.
Okay.
What we found out we were going to patent to do. And was that plat easy enough to read?
Yes.
Or it's kind of, when it's scaled down like that, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, you gotta kind of blow it up a little bit, but. What is up, beautiful people? You have to forgive me because, of course, I'm in my favorite place to talk to you guys, my car, because we have to get some things done. That leads me to today. You lovely people have the pleasure of coming along with me for my very first closing, and it's a little different. It's a little different than everything you've ever been told. It's a little different the way that we've done things. This is actually a land deal, kind of, that includes a utility building, so it's a little different than your traditional residential closing, mainly because we closed. I hope you guys really can't hear how loud my car is. It's cold, so it's gonna settle down, but we closed in 2 days, and in 2 parts, meaning that yesterday we went down, the seller and I, because I represented the seller in this transaction, to sign all our paperwork. Then the buyer had to come back later with the funds, sign some things, and then I'm coming back today to collect the money. So you get to see me get paid. Well, not really, because it goes to my brokerage first, but you get to see me get paid, and some more interesting details about that closing. And then I have a few showings today on a listing that I have. So this particular transaction was a little different, once again, than your normal transactions, because we have a tenant that just does not want anybody in their house. Felt very uncomfortable with the lockbox. Didn't always present the property well, so that's been an uphill battle. But you get to come along with that, and just while I go about my day as a new real estate agent. So I hope you guys find it enjoyable. All right, so we're here. I'm gonna go ahead and set the cash. All right, thank you.
Double check that everything should be there. Closing statement, a copy, and a paper check.
Perfect, thank you so much. There wasn't actually that much to record because he had everything ready, just like shakes in hand. But right now it's cold, so I'll talk to y'all when I get back in the car. Okay, it's cold outside, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, this is the result of all the hard work. So yeah, I mean, I'm not showing y'all paperwork and all of that, and there was really nothing to record outside of walking to the building. But just so you know, what happened in there is that he gave me the money. Yeah. What's up, beautiful people? It's a new day, and I hopped on here, not camera ready, but I hopped on here so that I could talk to you guys while I'm currently have an appointment in about 15 minutes. So just, you know, trying to put the finishing touches on the day. But I hopped on here because earlier I said that we could kind of talk about the difference Y'all, take me seriously. Take me seriously. It's gonna be hard to look at me like this, I know, but take me seriously because I'm about to drop a couple of gems. Okay. I told you that we could talk about other ways to get paid as a real estate agent, besides just selling homes, and some things that I've been doing to just ensure that there's kind of a steady stream of income coming in. And I did tell you one of those ways is rentals. And a lot of agents don't tell you about rentals, aren't interested in rentals, or depending on really where you are. And in North Carolina, well, let me not speak for all of North Carolina, but in the Triangle Triad area, rentals is not necessarily a booming market for real estate agents that are not seeking to work as property managers. So you're looking at typically, upon average, anywhere from like $150 to $250 for a referral fee. So if you have a client, you're essentially going to refer that to the property managers or the listing agents, and if they get the apartment, they get the home, then you get $200 or whatever the case is for the rental. So I've done a few of those, and I think that's a really great way to kind of supplement between even your buying and selling transactions, because for me, if on average typically it's going to take 30 days to close a transaction, a rental can take significantly less time. I'm talking about significantly less time. So you don't really need, it doesn't take as much work if you know how to work them, and it can be something that you can close a few of those, right? And I shouldn't say close. You could get a few referrals within a month, like 4 or 5, depending on your market, depending on what they're looking for, your clients, what you know about the rental market, how much you're willing to invest in it. Now, in the beginning, I did treat my rental clients just like I would my buying and selling clients. And let me clean that up and clarify a bit. You don't necessarily want to put so much time and effort into a rental, because at the end of the day you're looking at $200 for a referral, but because I don't like the idea of giving anyone less than what they deserve or less than what I'm capable of, I had to figure out a way that I could help, but it was also not a waste of my time. I wasn't losing money in the rental market. And I mean losing money like I'm not taking a rental client that I'm only going to get a referral from to 10 homes all across the state, gas, effort, time, those kind of things. And as a real estate agent, you have to factor those things into your budget and your financial planning. Because it's really easy to say, in my case, this is what I said, is that I'm new, and so I'm gonna grind it out. I'm gonna grind it out, and I'll be the difference than most agents, right? There'll be nothing I won't do, no one I won't help. I'll just go, and I will do everything there is to do. And that was the idea. The problem with that is that I started to use a lot of my resources, my time, and I wasn't seeing a return on that. And really, as a real estate agent, my time is very precious, and my efforts are very precious. You don't want to be putting a lot of time and effort into someone or something to no avail, because there's no one telling you, I don't get off the clock at a certain time. I'm not paid for my hours. I'm not paid for my time. I'm paid based on my transactions. So ultimately, if I put a lot of time and effort into someone and we never make it to an apartment, I don't get a referral, we don't close, we don't buy, we don't sell, I'm out all of that effort, all of that time, and all of that money. And so I looked into it, and I started taking retainers. So for me, it was as simple as, okay, how much money do I need to make on a transaction to make it worth it? And so there's a few things, of course, that I factor in. And I mean, I think I'm going to keep some things a secret, right? Just of how I personally do business. But I did want to throw it out there that a lot of people don't know and don't typically do it. You can take retainers. As a real estate agent, you can take retainers. And if you take retainers, that can keep you afloat, that can keep you from just spending more money than you're bringing in, because ultimately, if now I'm getting a $250 retainer and a $250 referral fee, and I've been with this client for 4 days and maybe took them on a few showings in a certain, you know, area, and cost me less than $50, I feel a little bit better about that. Now, everybody's money is their own money, their finances is their own business, what they need to make and how they pay their bills, that's personal. But for me, I could sleep a little easier knowing, okay, I'm turning every rental client into at least $500 for me, and then I have boundaries based on like where they want to go, how far I'm willing to go, and what I can and cannot do. Now, I'm a wealth of information. You guys know that by now. If I learn something, I'm to tell everybody, and it costs you nothing. I think one of the big problems is we're ignorant about things and we don't share. We all want to keep it close to the vest and use knowledge as a weapon. I don't believe that knowledge should be a weapon. I think it should be freely given, because the more you give, the more you'll learn. Anyway, I digress. So I say all that to say, a lot of times I just have a really candid conversation, just like, hey, this is what I would do for you, this is what that costs. Ultimately, this is a commitment. And if someone's like, oh, I can't pay the retainer right now, okay, cool, why don't you go try Zillow? Why don't you try X amount of apartments? Why don't you try this area? And then if that doesn't work out for you, you still need my help, you know, look at putting some things away so that you're able to pay a retainer. I would love to help you, but in the meantime, I really try to make every interaction with the client, I want to say knowledgeable, but I try to give them some sort of knowledge, something that brings value to every conversation with me, in every conversation. Even if they don't end up being a client right now, maybe they'll come back when they're ready to buy. Maybe they'll say, okay, this girl, yeah, she's worth the investment. Let me put some money to the side. You know, let me save from a couple of paychecks and see if she can help me. And I think that's really proven beneficial, because I've helped some family members, and then the other people have come back to buy homes. The other people have come back to get their other family members rentals, and it's been very I don't want to say lucrative, right? Because I'm not making $1 million, guys, but it has been beneficial for my business, my esteem, even my self-esteem, as even in terms of thinking about myself as an agent. It's been very helpful to know that I'm coming up with ways to sustain myself.